Welcome, everybody. Hope you can hear me. Looks like you can hear me loud and clear. Welcome to Season 7, Week 1 breakdown by the Commissioner JD, myself. Man, we got some crazy matchups for you, don't we? Look at all these teams, 14 teams now. Let's get right into it. You take a look at the schedule on this side and take a look at the who you got on this side. And we're looking at the Gorillas and the Piranhas. Few people going for the Gorillas, but mostly for the Piranhas. Let's take a look at the breakdown here. Gorillas versus the Piranhas. Gorillas are a new team, the new team on the block, and are hosting their first ever home game against the defending champion Piranhas. The Piranhas finished Season 6 with the number 1 ranked offense and won the Season 6 championship game and now have the record for most playoff wins and regular season wins in CSFL history. The Piranhas are a major force. The Gorillas, led by quarterback Ismail Pitts and running back Bob Walker, have a massive game in front of them in week 1 to really see what this team can do against one of the greatest CSFL franchises of all time. The Gorillas got quite a big task ahead of them going against the defending champs with these Piranhas. But this is a good test for this team to see what they really can do here 7 p.m. Friday night. Okay, next game is the Vipers versus the Wolverines, and it's a 9-1 for the who you got there. No one's going for the Wolverines. Everyone thinks the Vipers got this. Even the Wolverines owner voted for the Vipers. The Vipers, who have now made it to a record 3 championship games in a row, are hosting the new team on the block, the Wolverines, who won both of their first 2 preseason games, led by running back Jesse Bonds and quarterback Taylor Williams. Have a huge challenge ahead of them versus the Season 6 number 1 ranked Vipers defense to really see what these Wolverines can do. These Wolverines, just like the Gorillas, have a big task against them. Both of the two new teams are playing the 2 teams that were just in the championship game here in week 1, so they're getting tested real early. The Wolverines looked really promising in their preseason games, but they were also going against the Gorillas defense, and this is a whole new animal with this number 1 ranked Vipers defense. Next game we got is the Scorpions versus the Werewolves. Scorpions are 1-3 versus the Werewolves in the regular season. The Scorpions look to rebound after finishing second last in the Season 6 versus a team that they've struggled against in the past. The Scorpions drafted rookie quarterback Will Brooks in the first round, but he will not start, quote unquote, by the owner of the Scorpions. He will not start in week 1. They're going with the veteran quarterback. He said that they will be using the veteran quarterback, the 2-time champion winning quarterback, Jeannie Ingram, instead, who finished Season 6 with the second best ranked passing offense. The Werewolves finished Season 6 with the 3rd best ranked defense, and they did make the playoffs, but they lost to their rivals in the Bears in the first round, but showed a lot of promise, especially now after adding even more depth to their defense by using their first round pick in the Season 6 draft to draft the second best free safety, Matt Brown. And that's going to be a doozy. These Werewolves versus the Scorpions. Looks like they got the Werewolves in the who you got 6-4. But we'll see how that game plays out. Next game now is the Rhinos versus the Cobras. The Rhinos are 2-4 versus the Cobras in the regular season. The Rhinos have made it to the last 4 semifinal games now in a row, winning only one of them, only to lose to the Demons in Season 3 championship game. The Rhinos are hungry for wins, and you can tell by their acquisitions and their due diligence here in the league. They are led by quarterback Alonzo Atkins and wide receiver Reggie Dorsey, running back Mark Marshall, and who now have the best ranked offense in the league after adding Alan Dwight, former wide receiver for the Gators, now playing for the Rhinos in this high-powered offense for these Rhinos. The Cobras finished season 6 with the second best passing defense and are the big brother in this Cobras versus Rhinos rivalry. The Cobras are 4-2 against their little brother in the regular season, but lost to them in season 6 in the first round of the playoffs, 23-14, and now look to get their revenge early here in week 1. The Rhinos versus the Cobras, 6-4 for the Rhinos at home. They played each other twice in the preseason, now 3 games in a row, but the Rhinos did not have a single starter out there in either of those games where the Cobras did. Man, this is going to be a great game, maybe the game of the week. We'll see. Next game is the Blue Jays versus the Bears. The Blue Jays are 2-3 versus the Bears in the regular season. Blue Jays finished best in the league in season 6 with 15 plus for turnover differential and 4th best defense in season 6. But the real story is that they are now 0-4 in the playoffs after losing again in a dramatic fashion in overtime versus the Vipers in season 6. The Blue Jays, led by veteran quarterback Eric Reeves, former Gators quarterback, is one of the top 3 passers almost every season. But it's the team's defense who has a whole new look. Rookie left end number 92, Rob Henderson, who's an 86 overall and is the number 1 ranked defensive end in the season 6 draft, now joins an already stacked defense in these Blue Jays. The Bears finished with the 5th best defense and the 4th best offense and are one of the most balanced teams in the league. The Bears, they won their first ever playoff game in season 6 against their rivalry Werewolves in the first round, but then went on to lose against the Piranhas in the semifinals. The Bears, led by this young and promising CSFL star in the making running back number 3, Mike Davis. Bears have always been known for their great defensive schemes and their great defensive team, and now have added the first-ranked rookie defensive tackle to the mix, number 99, Isaac Gaither, a.k.a. IG. Blue Jays versus the Bears. Look, it's a 5-5 in the who you got. Honestly, these are 2 really, really good teams with really good defenses. I'm expecting a low-scoring game and a slug match and a lot of turnovers because the Blue Jays can turn it over really well last season, and so can the Bears. So expect a lot of turnovers in this game and a lot of defensive struggles going on there. All right, second last game is the Wildcats versus the Dragons. Wildcats are 4-2 versus the Dragons in the regular season. Wildcats finished as the first seed in the regular season in season 6, but lost in the first round versus the Piranhas. Wildcats had an amazing regular season, to say the least, finishing with the 2nd best points per game and 3rd best for turnover differential and 1st ranked rushing defense, led by a rookie quarterback last season, who's 1-year pro now, quarterback number 17, Pat Hall, who played incredibly well his rookie season. Wildcats look to do the same here in season 7 versus a team that they set a franchise record against in 52 points in season 4. So they're coming into this game 4-2, a team they've scored the most points against in franchise history. Here in week 1, the Wildcats are feeling great about that matchup. Dragons finished with the 2nd best ranked defense in season 6, but still missed the playoffs. Dragons have one, if not the best, defense in the league here in season 7. One of the best defenses in the league here in season 7, after adding the first-ranked rookie cornerback Daniel Wheeler, number 47, for the Dragons. The real question, though, is can this extremely young offense put these pieces together and have a bounce-back year for these Dragons? Led by 1-year pro, 6'6", 22-year-old quarterback number 2, Marcus McNeil, will have all the eyes focused on him moving forward, and will have a big task leading this Dragons offense. But luckily, they have one of the greatest CSFL players of all time, veteran wide receiver number 86, Barry Perkins, a.k.a. Pill Poppin' Perkins, who won league MVP and continues to dominate. It's a 6-4 for the Who You Got with the Wildcats winning at home, but that game could go either way. Both these teams are notorious for scoring a lot of points and playing great defensive ball games. And then the last matchup of the weekend, wrap it up here, is the Demons versus the Gators. Demons are 2-2 versus the Gators in the regular season. Demons finished last place in Season 6, but got the first overall pick and got the first-ranked strong safety, number 20, Charles Fern, who is the highest-rated defensive rookie in CSFL history with an incredible 91 overall. This 25-year-old, two-year pro quarterback, Eric Bell, has now taken over the starting quarterback position after the Demons traded away their Season 3 championship winning quarterback Eric Watson to the Cobras. The Demons also made another blockbuster trade this offseason, bringing in one of the top 3 corners in the league, Tony Miller from the Gators, who they will be facing off against each other here in Week 1. The Gators finished with the second best rushing offense and the fourth best for points per game and fourth best for turnover differential, but still missed the playoffs in Season 6. The Gators in Season 6 drafted and added to their defense in the first round by getting the second-ranked strong safety in the draft, number 44, Jason Dodd, who actually didn't even start a preseason game, either of them. So this will be his first ever CSFL moment to come out on the field. We haven't even seen this guy in action since the Rookie Bowl. Gators also traded with the Demons and got a 99 overall veteran wide receiver, Shane Antwine, a.k.a. Fine as Wine Antwine, who won Season 3 championship with the Demons and was a big part of it. Now brings a whole new attitude to the Gators locker room. Cornerback Tony Miller and wide receiver Shane Antwine will face off against each other again in this brewing new rivalry between these two great franchises. And the best part about it is that they'll be wearing different jerseys. So Shane Antwine is going to be wearing a Gators jersey, but he'll be walking out of the visitors tunnel this time in the Demon Stadium. Thanks for watching this video. Super excited about Week 1. Let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know who you got with the Who You Got for Week 1.